China must be held accountable for threatening world food security as its globally operating fishing fleet hauls in illegal catch from other nations' waters, the Navy's top intelligence officer said at a regional maritime conference in Panama last week. Every other country shouldn't suffer for China's rise, said Rear Admiral Michael Studman, the commander of the Office of Naval Intelligence, said last week. He said the size of the Chinese fishing fleet is between 12,000 and 17,000 vessels. Navy Secretary Carlos Del Toro said in opening remarks that illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing is a direct attack on that nation's sovereignty. In the past, he'd singled out China for carrying out illegal fishing on an industrial scale. The Coast Guard has put it above piracy as a maritime threat. "We're all affected," Studman said. Admiral Francisco Cubides, commander of the Colombian National Navy, said it means using all assets of the government, Navy, Coast Guard, and security forces to combat illegal maritime activities. He said as a submarine officer, he was involved in putting an end to an illegal fishing operation while on a security and counter-narcotics patrol. "Every day we are detecting different kinds of vessels, fishing illegally in Colombia's exclusive economic zone." Cubides said the Colombian Navy, Coast Guard, and Air Force all are engaged in monitoring fishing, with an eye on Chinese vessels in its waters. Noting that the Colombians seized 34 metric tons of illegally caught fish, he added, "It should be zero." That is the goal when using the wide array of national assets and cooperating closely with neighbors like Panama, Ecuador, and Costa Rica in the Pacific and others in the Caribbean. "We put together all our capabilities," he said. To be successful in defending the environment and meeting national security demands, Cubides said the government as a whole has to be committed to those goals and use all the tools available. To combat illegal fishing, narcotics smuggling, human trafficking, and protecting sea lines of communication, Studman added that no one nation can do all that provide monitoring, surveillance, and presence. You need a network of partners who can share information. You don't always need a platform to gather that data. Nations need to look at the information domain, from sensors to satellites to track vessels, even when they turn off their automatic identification system devices. "We're looking at advanced technology and how that can be applied to maritime issues," Studman said. Del Toro added that using unmanned technology to better monitor maritime activities will be transformational. That technology will mesh resources to counter bad actors across the world. The Navy is pushing nations in the Middle East to move quickly and jointly in acquiring unmanned systems to counter illegal activities and possible terrorist activities in those waters. "We have to understand where the center of gravity is in the illegal activity. A state, a transnational criminal organization, etc. go after the bigger fish, not the smaller fish," Del Toro added.